Hey guys, it's Jess. I am so excited that you're here for my Reels 101 mini course. If you're watching this recorded, it is still going to be an epic course. So let's get started. Right on the bottom is my Instagram handle at Hey Guys, it's Jess. I'd love for you to follow me where I am sharing tips and tricks and just daily motivation and hype every single day. So let's start with why Reels. A lot of people ask me that question. Why aren't you on TikTok? Why don't you do TikTok? Here's the thing. The people that I serve are on Instagram. So I have fully embraced the concept of Instagram Reels. Instagram's promoting Reels. It's a great way to show your personality, build community, and for social sellers, those of you that are in multi-level marketing, those of you that are doing, content creation, this is an easy way to add value and promote your products without being salesy and spammy. So let's get started. How do we find the sounds? That's one of the most common asked questions that I get. How do you find the sounds? So, how we find the sounds is on your phone, you're going to go to the reel section and you're going to scroll through, right? You're watching, you're getting lost in the reels. Well, while we're getting lost in the other people's content, let's remember to save the sounds, okay? So, you're going to see the three little dots and you're going to hit them and it's going to pop up with that little box all the way on the left and you're going to hit save. So what I do is I like to go through and watch reels for a little bit and just save ones that I'd like to try to make. And then you're going to go to your main Instagram page and you're going to go to the three little lines and you're going to see that settings, archive, insights, you're going to go to saved. And that's where all of those reels that you saved are located. So as you could see on the right hand side of the screen, those are all of my saved content, right? So I want to click on the one that I want to use and I want to click on where it says original audio. So whatever that audio is, you're going to click on it. And then it's going to show you this other picture and you want to hit use audio. Okay, so this is super simple. This is if you've never recorded a reel or you have no idea what you're doing, you're going to save the sound. You're going to then click on the sound and you're going to use the audio. Now's where the fun part starts. So let's start with voiceovers. These are the most commonly seen reels, right? Most people are recreating voice sounds that are funny, entertaining, and then they're putting descriptions behind them. So let me give you my biggest tip for voiceovers. Record them in 2 times speed. You want to slow down the voice. And then when you actually listen to the playback, it's going to sync up and it looks for a really clean reel where your voice is matching up with what the person is saying. You want the lips to match. Take the time to learn the words and record in shorter clips to get it right. You don't want to just blah, 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 and then your lips aren't matching. It's confusing. Have you ever watched a movie with subtitles and you're like, like, I don't know what they're saying and their lips aren't matching? You don't want that. People are going to scroll past you if you look like you're a mess on reels, okay? And I don't mean look like a mess physically or your hair's not done. I mean like if you are just throwing out sloppy reels, people aren't going to follow along. So when you look at the camera when you're actually recording the reels, you're going to click on the button that says 1 time and you're going to change it to 2 times. Okay. I don't go much more than that and I don't go less than that. So to me, 2 times is perfect. And it's okay to listen over and over and over again and delete over and over and over again. And I promise you will get good at it and it will not take you that long. But the first one is going to take you a lot of tries and that's okay. So here are the basics. Okay. How do we set the timer? You are going to click on the bottom where it has the little timer button and you can change it from 3 seconds to 10 seconds. You can change the length of time that you record the clip. I like to let it roll through and then I just stop it myself. But if I'm doing something with a transition, with a beat drop, something that really takes my focus, then I will actually scroll that bottom all the way to the left. I'll scroll that bottom bar and I'll listen to the sound and kind of get it where I want it to stop for me. We're not going to be talking about transitions and all the things because that's a lot and that's a little more advanced. So for right now, this is just the basics of how to get started putting out reels after you watch this. So you're going to set your timer, you're going to set the length of time you're recording, and then you record. So now what? I had said in the previous slide that I want you to record a couple of clips. So if you don't know the whole thing that you're doing, if you haven't had it memorized, or you're kind of like, my voice isn't syncing up, you can stop it. And then at that bottom in the middle picture where it says add clips, you can click on that. And then you're going to add more, and you can break up your clips. And that way, if you've kind of messed up on part one, you can delete and re-record part one over and over and over again. And then now when you do part two, you don't have to record part one over again. You're just going to continue to break it up. And I promise it will look cohesive and it will look like you recorded it all in one thing, as long as you're not moving around too much and you stay in the same spot. Okay. This is also good if you want to change outfits, or you want to change clothes, or you want to do a transition. So let me get into just a little bit of the basics. So when you're doing a transition and you're like, how do these people change their outfit and it be in the same spot and it looks like they just didn't even move? They use Align. So when you look at the picture all the way to the right here, you're going to see that little box where it's like two boxes on top of each other and it says the word Align. Click on that and see how my face is. You see two faces. So what I would do is I would line my face up perfect to that little box, and I would line my eyebrows up, and I'd make sure I'm all lined up. When I hit start, it's going to look as though I appeared in the same spot, even if I have a full face of makeup. So this is great for social sellers. This is great for people that are trying to sell makeup, or, you know, you're trying to prove some sort of point behind an outfit change. You can do it for fun. That's totally cool. But I think that sometimes we got to figure out what the purpose is behind what we're doing, right? So in this particular one, I was lining up my face because I had no makeup on. And then when the beat dropped, I had makeup on. I've done this with changing from work clothes to home clothes. I've done this with changing from, you know, lounging clothes to go out clothes. This is how people get those perfect transitions in outfits, in different faces and different hair. So Align is such a great tool. They make it so easy for you. You just have to know where the buttons are. And I think that's where a lot of people get confused. Okay. People are going to decide if they like your content within the first 3 seconds. Instagram Reels are not long. It is important to know that someone's going to say, I like you or I don't like you really quickly. I also want you to know that it doesn't matter if someone likes you or doesn't like you. You're putting out the content for yourself and for the people that want to consume your content. That is not going to be everybody. You are not here to serve the world. You're here to serve the people that want to hear what you have to say. So I want to show you 2 of my reels that have had success and have had a lot of views. Okay. So I want you to remember that all of us, even people that are really good at content creation, have moments of time where our views are down. Reels are relatively newer, and I post a reel every single day. So what does that mean? Some days I go to bed and my reel had 300 views. I wake up, that reel has 1,000 views. Some days that reel only has 500 views and it never gets bigger. Some days I wake up, I post a reel and it's got 5,000 views. There is no rhyme or reason. And you have to remember that when you're putting it out there, you're putting it out there and you're letting the algorithm take care of the rest. So it's just important to just to not get hung up on how many views you get. It is important to know when your people are on. So I know that my people are on at 9:30 in the morning. So if I post a reel at 9:30 in the morning, it's either going to get 5,000 views or it's going to get 200 views. It doesn't matter, but I know that that's the best time for me specifically. And I'm not going to go over how to figure that out. That's just for a different call and a different training. But here we are. I'm going to play with you the 2 reels that I've posted, you know, relatively recently that have had 5,000 or more views. So let's start with this one. I didn't warn ya. So pretty much the gist of that one, right, is using a popular sound, using a sound that a lot of people are using, and then putting something behind it. You can't just throw out the sound and say, don't say I didn't warn you. And then people are like, well, what didn't she warn me about? You need to put some text in there. You need to put some context clues in there and what you're talking about. So for this one, it was, don't say I didn't warn you, right? So people don't believe me when I say I will push you to make the first scary action step towards your big goal. Okay, so it's saying that people are not going to believe me, but don't say I didn't warn you because I'm here to push you. Okay, so then this next one. I'm still into you. I should be over all the butterflies. So this one was trying to use transition with the head flip. And I wasn't perfect at it, guys. And that's why I wanted to show that this got 5,000 views. It got me extra followers, and I wasn't perfect. It was messy, but it worked. And so don't get hung up on being perfect. Just start trying. And if you see my reels now, if you see the ones that I do like today, it's different than what I did a month ago because I've learned what people like. I've learned what to do. And so this one was about confidence. It was about, I listened to the words of the song, right? After all this time, I'm still into you. And it's saying, like, oh my goodness, I have not been paying attention to me. But guess what? I am here and I am into me still. And so knowing that people are going to decide whether they like you in 3 seconds is important, because you want to have that first hook and you want to get them in and you want to keep them in. So let's talk about sharing. Let's talk about what we actually do with the reels when we make them. Pro tip: save the reels as drafts. Now, remember, if you get logged out of Instagram or you log yourself out, your drafts will be deleted. So I think that it's really important to save them to your camera roll so that way you can upload them and sync them back up to the sound. But I always have, at any given time, 5 drafts. And what I do is I record them all in bulk. And I change outfits and I change my hair, and I do it on a day that I did my makeup, and I do it on a day that I look really good. And even if that means I'm putting my hair in a messy bun because maybe the one that I'm performing, the one that I'm doing is about being a hot mess, I'm going to change the look of my hair, the look of my outfit. I'm going to change all the things, but I'm going to record them all at once. And I'm going to take an hour to record and edit, and then I post them as I go, because I do not have time to record a reel every single day in real time. And there are times that I do, but for the most part, I want to be able to, at 9:30 in the morning, go to my phone, go to my drafts, click post. You don't want to spend your whole life on your phone recording reels, okay? It is not that hard. It is not that complicated. Start taking the action and not worrying about being perfect. Don't be sloppy. Don't be messy. Don't be like, having your lips not match up or having no point behind your content. But you don't need to be an expert. You don't need to be a professional reel maker. So when you're ready to post, you're going to use 8 to 10 hashtags related to your reel and your target audience. So we used to be told on Instagram to use 30. It is now that we're being told to use 8 to 10. Do whatever makes you feel comfortable. I don't really care. I'm not an expert in how the algorithm works. I'm just sharing what I've learned from different trainings and different people that are really good at social media. So 8 to 10 hashtags, make sure that a couple of them relate to what you're talking about, and then the rest can relate to just your target market audience. So guys, that's the basics of reels. That's it. Super simple, super straightforward. If you have any specific questions, I would love for you to reach out to me on my DMs at Hey Guys, It's Jess. I love connecting with all of you. I would love for you to share your reels to me, tag me in your reels so I can go engage and love on them. I'd love to see you just take action, and let me just stop the share. I want to see you succeed, and I want to see you just take that first step, because messy action is better than inaction. And when I mean messy action, again, I don't mean sloppy reels. I just mean try it, do it. Don't be afraid to do the thing. Again, I hope this was helpful. I hope that you enjoyed, and I can't wait to see what you guys create.